2, 3. Okay. So that one comes all the way up. And hopefully that'll be good. Hooray. Thank you, Michael. Blur. So Daniel seems to have severely misjudged how long it would take him to retrieve dinner. I don't think he left until like about 7:25, so I can't say I'm surprised. Busiest time of day for fast food places, and he wanted to get food from some place that's halfway across town. So, yeah. Also, I'm very hungry. And I don't know how much I'll be able to do with this until I eat. And I don't really want to start without him here yet. So, yeah. Oh, I think I hear a car. That might be him. Although it sounded kind of loud for his car, so I don't know. Might have just been because it was pulling up the driveway. I don't know. Remy's just kind of looking sleepily at me. She's over there off the screen, on the floor. She's got her paws crossed. It's really cute. I'm gonna go look out there and see if that was him.
Talk a little bit. With them being in more, slammed.
More?
The closest one, actually.
Really? Closer than the one on Lindsay?
Time-wise, yeah.
Huh.
It was much more annoying to get to Lindsay than it was to get there. I just went up the freeway briefly.
Fair enough.
Okay, what the hell is what? Here's the cakes. Yeah. Maybe sauce. Yep. So, what's that? Should be yours.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Okay. So now that Daniel has returned, we can start properly. Good evening, everyone. You said something and I can't tell what it was. I think that's Lord Bobry saying things.
And I'm not gonna know because X-Chat's not yet up. Come on.
Lord Bobry says McThulu is back from his own longest journey.
What? Oh, you're playing the... Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that even about.
Well, you will find out. And my chair needs to stop spitting to block the screen.
Is it laden with cat?
No.
That's part of the problem. It needs the cat to hold itself. And everybody, buddy. The kitty holds it.
No, wait a second. Oh, I can see.
Okay, fine. We'll get back to the yellow line. Yeah, so a little message of yours turned up nowhere, and I checked all over it. I checked all but my OU mail. I obviously checked Gmail chats.
I used AIM.
And I checked Facebook. And barely not a message could I locate. And that is frankly odd because AIM usually keeps that in. No, I see Pico Vancouver and signed off at 6:15 p.m. Get done dirt.
So it seems.
So that's
So anyway, yes, thank you for tuning in. This is Thursday Throne. I'm Mark, Amstrad DJ Amstrack. That's Daniel. We're eating.
I have cheese like polymer.
Lovely. And tonight we're going to be beginning The Longest Journey. I've only played a little bit of this one before, but I've heard very good things about it and quite liked what I saw of it. So, yeah, this is an excuse to play through the rest of it for me. So, yeah. This is an excuse for me to play through the rest of it. There we go. Syntax. So, yeah, let's go ahead and begin.
Sentence structure. What even is that?
My speakers are off.
That tastes boring. Time to dump Diablo sauce into it.
Whoa, that got loud.
Longest Journey by Funcom. What happens in that back?
Maybe.
No! Hot diggity!
Okay. Gonna wait for him to get back in here, I guess.
Medium
So, you've come to hear me tell a story, have you?
If you please, we would love to hear one of your stories. You have seen so much. You have lived so long.
Oh, so good of you to remind me of my age, child. No, don't worry. I am an old woman, but I've lived a long and fulfilling life, and I do have stories to tell. Which story would you like to hear?
A true one. A true story.
All my stories are true, child. There are enough fairy tales in the worlds already. There's no need for me to make up more, believe me.
Tell us the story of the balance, then.
You want the story of the balance? Oh, that's a long story, child, and not one I'd venture to tell at this hour. But perhaps I could tell you a story that I heard a long time ago. A story that became a crucial turning point in the history of the balance, and that set in motion wheels that to this day are still turning.
Please, yes, that does sound like a story we'd like to hear.
Very well. This story, like all good stories, begins where it ends, in a tower, in a realm that is no more.
Worlds, eh? When the heck is this? Are they a colony world? That guy has a silly hat. And produced by someone with an awesome name. We've uncovered the Morton lode. Cephalopods. Stearns. What is this, some Robert Jordan tomfoolery? Wheel of Time could be one of the longest stories.
Excuse me.
Don't tell me I'm dreaming again. You know, for once, just once, it would be nice to have a decent night's sleep without waking up screaming from a bad dream at 4 a.m.
Hold on a second.
Hello? Testing. One, one.
Okay.
High quality April model.
Postcard pretty. There's a storm heading this way. Even the weather sucks in my dreams. I feel so charmed.
It is a very small storm. So I'm guessing either that improves the quality of 1 month out of 12, or the protagonist likes to hang out with turtles.
What?
April,
What's happening?
Oh.
Look out,
Oh,
it's a red egg.
perfect. I guess if I don't do something to save that egg, I'll suffer 7 years of bad karma or something. It looks reptilian, but it can't be. It's much, much too big and I don't much care for reptiles.
Probably should have said that out loud. There's gonna be snakes.
Did that sound come from the egg? Boy, that's some chick. I don't think I can get a good grip on it. It's too big and slippery, and I might drop it by accident. I'm an artist, not a botanist, but I'm pretty certain this tree is dead, or close to it. It's as dry as a bone. It'd probably snap right off in a second.
Oh, the suffering we must endure.
What?
Why do you take such pleasure in torturing us?
Torturing you? Who are you?
We are the voice of all trees, the spirit of wood and leaf.
You're a talking tree?
No, a tree does not talk. At least not in your tongue. The tongue of trees is the language of wood, root, and leaf.
Who are you then?
Like we said, we are the voice of all trees. Whenever an injustice is done, we must speak
the
to
Lorax.
tree.
Yeah,
if
that's
we're
the oh no,
messy.
she's angered the Lorax.
It's the branch. I shouldn't have broken the branch off.
Oh, what does it matter anyway? There's nothing more to be done for us. We are simply here to provide comfort in the final passing to Earth.
We? I only see one of you.
We are one with our host, as we are all one spirit, but legion.
Yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
We do not expect you to understand. You are human.
What happened to the tree?
Oh, the pain. As the battle raged, we...
Battle?
Between the Mother and Black Chaos. She was only protecting her child, but it would not back down, and the force of their battle shook the mountain. The brook that fed us was led astray, and without water, we began to wither and die.
What's the deal with the egg?
Egg? What egg? Oh, of course, the child. Whenever the mother was absent, we were entrusted with the safety of the child. But now, withered and without strength, we can do nothing to help. We have failed the mother, and we despair. Our shame knows no bounds.
Who are you again?
We are the wood spirit. We come to all trees in the hour of great need to provide comfort and aid in the passing to earth, and to give a voice to those who suffer. Our time is running out as we speak. The passing to earth is about to begin. Leave us now.
What about the egg?
Oh, it is too late. Without sustenance, we do not have the strength to bring it safely home. We have failed, and the earth will know our shame for all time to come.
Isn't there anything I can do to help?
Oh, we do not expect a human to come to our aid.
Lose the attitude, okay? Just tell me if there's anything I can do.
It is futile. We need water, but there is none. Not after the brook changed course.
I'll find a way. Don't panic.
We do not panic. Unlike you, we accept our destiny. If, however, against all odds, you do succeed, we will carry the child safely back into its nest. Do not make a foolish attempt on your own. It would spell certain misery.
Like one says, a psychopomp for trees?
Mm-hmm.
According to the, spirit, there was some kind of battle that split the rock and changed the course of the stream. Fresh mountain water. Back in the real world, they'd probably charge $15 a bottle for this.
This road has 15 trucks.
I'm an artist, not a botanist, but I'm pretty certain.
You got a stick, you got a stick. You got a stick. Stick, stick. Stick down.
According to the
Stop.
fresh mountain water.
According to the fresh mountain water.
Fresh mountain goat.
Goat. You can really taste the goat.
Ooh, those taquitos did their best to shred my upper palate.
It's the withered limb of a dying tree. I feel so guilty. I really do. I'm not entirely certain what grand purpose this is supposed to serve, but it sure looks like I know what I'm doing. It's a nest, padded with large scales, very large scales. For some strange reason, I have a feeling I should get the hell out of here before the tenants return. This is interesting. I've never seen a scale this size before. I'll keep it as a souvenir. This should do the trick.
That's pretty great.
Talk about instant rehab. Hello? Hello?
Leave us be.
Are you okay?
We find our strength returned, and so we have no time for idle conversation. We must drink and rejoice.
Aren't we forgetting something?
Hush, listen. The song of ancient wood. Is it not sweet?
Sweet, definitely. Yeah. The baby's probably ready to boogie down as well.
The baby. Oh, the egg. Thank the earth. We almost forgot.
Uh-oh. What? What was that? Uh-oh.
It is you. You have come.
You know me?
April, daughter, I have been waiting for you.
Waiting. Why?
Because it begins here, with you, as it always has.
What do you mean?
The breach and the mending, the pain and the joy, the end of the old and the dawn of the new. A different world. I am the mother of what is, but you are the mother of a future that may yet be.
How will I know? How will I know what to do?
I will guide you, and I will protect you as much as I can. But in the end, you are on your own.
I'm afraid.
You always were, my child, my daughter.
This is probably not a good thing.
Like one says, the opera singing tree is restored to health.
What a nightmare. I'm completely exhausted. I must have been tossing and turning all night. It's so hot in here, too. No wonder I keep having these weird dreams. I've basically been simmering in my own sweat every night this past week. Doesn't look like it's gonna cool down anytime soon, either. It's another sunny day in Newport. Well, it's a good thing the studio's got proper air conditioning. I promised myself I was gonna spend most of the day working, and I don't intend to break that promise. Not this time.
Look at that tree.
I'm not good at taking care of living things, but this plant's doing just fine despite months of neglect. The wardrobe is actually made of real wood, and not that synthetic crap that makes me sneeze and itch all over. Alright, so my wardrobe's sort of chic deficient, but I can't afford to be cutting edge. Useful, practical, and cheap is my shopping mantra. It's Constable Guybrush, my toy Oh, ape. He doesn't much like being called Monkey. It's a bunch of drawings I drew when I was a kid. I don't even know why I brought them here. They mean absolutely nothing to me. I could only carry one suitcase with me when I left home. There was so much I would have loved to bring, but c'est la vie. At least it was a clean break with my past. I guess when all my hard work starts paying off, I'll get a house and fill it with all kinds of new junk. The past, who needs it? My on-again, off-again diary. We've had a turbulent relationship, her and I. Dear Diary, note to self. Dreams of talking trees and dragons aside, it's still no excuse for talking to inanimate matter in the real world. So quit it. It's a picture of me and my friends.
Like one says, Discworld reference with the monkey/ape.
That's my desk, so theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work. I think my muse has departed me for greener pastures, though, because lately, inspiration's been fleeting at best. I'm part of the should-be reading more but life's too short generation. We embrace our illiteracy. The last book I read was How to Seduce the Man of Your Dreams. Now, if I can just find a man to dream about, I'll be all set. I had to borrow some posters from the cafe, because I just can't afford to buy any of my own. When I think about it, that's so depressing. Shelves.
Well, thanks.
Shelves, you know, just the kind you find on walls.
It's just a chair. That's my work. It's supposed to be a portrait of my life study teacher, but I think he might disagree. That fan is supposed to keep the room nice and cool in the summer. Sure, yeah, it's at least, 1/4 of a degree cooler in here when it's on. I'd better head over to the studio to do some work. Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
How does it look?
Hey, babe.
There? Shorts and a white tank top.
Babe, you're looking real sexy today.
Zach, listen, I've got to run, and...
What's going on, April? How you been?
I don't really have time to hang around.
Then how about hanging out with me tonight? A few raptures, some hot dancing. Did I tell you I got a VIP pass to the pavilion? Those things are hard to come by, babe.
Sounds like good fun, but not tonight.
Hey, whenever. Just don't expect me to be waiting around for you forever. No chick is worth that heartache. See you around.
What an asshole. It's a fact, as in F-A-C-T, Free Access Terminal. Computer.
Voice interface is not installed. Please use the touchscreen interface to communicate with this free access terminal.
Oh, okay.
Why not consider a very reasonable upgrade? In addition to a voice interface, true holo display technology and Instacredit compatibility.
No, I'll just use my hands, thanks.
You are missing out on a great opportunity. If you upgrade now...
Hold on. You understood that. You have a voice interface installed already. Why would I pay to have another one installed?
Current voice interface is for sales purposes only. If you take advantage of this very affordable upgrade today...
No, really. This terminal doesn't belong to me.
Noted. Please refrain from voice communication in the future, or you will be reported to the FACT FUB and charged for processing time.
FUB?
Fair Use Bureau. They are authorized to carry deadly arms.
Well, whatever. Sorry.
Like Barbara says, there's only so much you can say about shelves.
Charlie's apartment. His place is twice as big as mine, with a private bathroom and a huge bed. I guess he likes his creature comforts.
Open in peace.
Nobody home.
Go faster.
Man, never lose a hurt to walk that slow.
Organic plastic. It grows, and it converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, just like real plants, but it doesn't need nourishment of any kind. Convenient, but disturbing.
Is there a limit on the growth? It's very disturbing. I bet you can spread it weirdly just by like...
It's kind of unsettling to be so aware of myself all the time.
Maybe she's forced to take really short steps because of how obnoxiously tight those jeans look. Like Barbara says, I think you can press escape to speed up movement.
Escape?
Escape doesn't sound like it would do that.
It does, though. Why?
Weird interface design.
Annual summer blowout at the Fringe Cafe, Friday, August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food, live performances by Royne Dale, Harlequin Masquerade, The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar, $10 only. Spread the word. Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap?
Soup? Sandwiches.
Barely even human.
Salami?
I can't tell what that note's saying as long as it's up there. Fiona's handwriting is not particularly legible.
I see a tamarind.
I'm sorry, but big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day. Be considerate.
Any
Keep
day
the
I
volume
watch.
down after 11 p.m. Fiona. San Francisco. I'd love to go there someday. Someday soon, hopefully.
Like one says, soda?
Maybe.
Look, it's Monkey Boy! Common Room Duty Roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy, manual labor, my favorite.
Hey, it's a flat screen TV in a game that was made in 1999.
A huge one at that.
Uh-huh.
The omnipresent screen. I don't pretend to know how it works, but all the data
Probably roughly
apparently
the size of
passes
this
through
one.
Tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension. You know, that really freaks me out when I think about it.
Wait, how did she just describe that?
It's our screen.
Oh, just,
Tiny little black... Data passes through tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension. I think she's being slightly self-aware as a video game character there.
ah.
And yeah, that looks a lot like the one we're playing this on. I can't tell if it's bigger or smaller though.
Emma picked this table up at a flea market for $10 last month. That's $9 more than it's worth.
Well, that screen does look like it's probably 3 to 4 aspect ratio rather than 16 to 9 like this one is. So, It is kind of hard to say. That one looks like it's probably a little taller, but not quite as wide as this one.
Like one says, Cosmic Horror Consumer Tank. Check.
It's supposed to be a coffee table.
Looks nicer than ours.
It's a matchbook.
Ooh, fire. Time to go some pyrolysis.
It's a chair. Shelves.
Shelves.
She's always very... I'm not sure how to describe that delivery. Shelves.
They really knew how to design tacky furniture back in the late 22nd century. That's Fiona, my landlady. She's all right. Morning, Fiona.
Good morning, darling. You're up early.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
Are you feeling all right? You look a little pale.
Sitting downright chipper talking to the audience.
I had a bad nightmare.
Again? Well, you're not the only one, darling. Mickey woke me up screaming in the middle of the night. She wouldn't go back to sleep until I made her a cup of herbal tea.
Nightmares?
Apparently. But she refuses to tell me what they were. I think she's embarrassed.
That doesn't sound like Mickey.
I know, darling. Don't tell her I said so. But I've never seen her so agitated in my life. She scared the hell out of me.
I don't know why I have nightmares. I guess they could be stress-related. After all, the exhibition's right around the corner.
Oh, yes. The school exhibition. How's that going?
God, don't ask. I have no idea how I'm going to finish my painting on time. I haven't felt inspired in ages.
I think you work too hard, darling. You need to relax once in a while. Live. Enjoy your youth. There's inspiration to be found in hedonism, you know.
No, I don't know, but apparently you do.
I'm an authority on the subject, darling. Ask Mickey. She'll tell you I don't lift a finger around the place unless I absolutely have to.
Well, that last one is visible on the stream, but it gets cut off on our screen, which is weird.
Where's everybody this morning?
Mickey's tied up in the basement. Mind you, she's not literally tied up, of course, although that is a tempting thought.
Are you getting into your sexual fantasies here, Fiona? Because it's a little too early in the morning for that, don't you think?
Sorry, I just can't help myself. Anyway, the plumbing is... You probably noticed when you took a shower, yeah? There's no hot water. So Mickey's working on that. Getting knee-deep in putrid canal water is her job, thank God.
What about Charlie? He up yet?
No, he's still sleeping, and Emma just went to bed. I saw her come in when I was making breakfast. Do you know who she's seeing now?
I don't know. Some guy?
Those lads I see her with, darling. She's too good for those arseholes. I wish she'd find herself a man who'd treat her right for once.
She hasn't had much luck with love, no?
She's a magnet for creeps, and she's so pretty. They prey on her, you know, bastards.
I've tried to talk to her about it, but Emma's impulsive. She doesn't listen.
She's just as headstrong as you and me, darling, but I'm sure she'll be all right. She's smart and resourceful, and not afraid to speak up for herself.
Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather?
You joking? Bollocks to that. I'll stay inside until September, thank you very much. It's too bloody hot.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Why, certainly, darling. About what?
Tell me about Emma.
Emma? Why, she's your best friend, darling. I don't know what to tell you that you don't already know. You girls are so close.
That's true. The day we met, we clicked instantly. It was strange, but cool.
Like me and Mickey then, except for the sex, of course.
That's a pretty big except for, Fiona.
Oh, I guess so. She's the crazy one, Emma is. Not crazy as in mad as a hatter, but crazy in a good way. Fun to be around.
Emma's always been a little weird.
Exactly, darling. She's a flirt, too, and the boys seem to drop like flies at her feet. No wonder. She's a real looker, I don't have to tell you. I'm sure she could have been a model if she'd wanted, but she's an artist, and a good one, too. I really think she'll be a successful artist. Her sculptures are getting a lot of attention.
Anything else you can tell me about Emma?
She ought to be a little more careful sometimes. She's a flirt, and although she doesn't mean any harm, some lads don't take too well to being teased and rejected. You should tell her that, though, being her best friend and all.
I have told her. She won't listen.
No. She does worry me a little, but she's a big girl and she can take care of herself. I'm certainly happy to have her living here. Next to you and Charlie, she's my favorite tenant.
What did you think of me when we first met?
That's a peculiar question, isn't it? I thought you were quite lovely. I still do, darling.
Do you remember the day I arrived?
Of course, darling. It wasn't that long ago, and I'm not senile quite yet. It was in May, wasn't it? Charlie referred you to me, and you were quite at a loss. First day in the city, wasn't it? I remember. You looked like a lost puppy.
Puppy? Me?
When I saw you lugging that suitcase across the bridge, my heart went out to you. I'm glad you came here. You could have been lost anywhere else.
How long have you known Charlie?
Oh, he's one of our oldest tenants. It's close to 3 years, I believe, since he moved in. Charlie is always in a good mood, and he's such a gentleman.
I agree. He's an actual, genuine gentleman.
And you don't see a lot of gentlemen these days, trust me. You have a very good friend in him, darling. Perhaps even more than a friend.
What do you mean, more than a friend?
Not for me to say, darling. If you don't realize it yet, you will.
What's up with Zach Lee?
Zach? I think we both feel the same way about him, darling. He's not actually a bastard. If he was, I'd have had him out of here in an instant. But he is an arse, and a stuck-up, pompous, arrogant wanker.
My thoughts exactly. Aside from that wanker bit.
Still, he pays his rent on time, and he doesn't make a lot of noise. He keeps to himself. And most importantly, he's shit scared of me, so I can't just kick him out.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Fiona.
Me? Why? It's not much to say, darling. I love my job, I love Venice, and I love being with Mickey. I'm a happy girl. Sure, sometimes I wish I could go back to England to see my family, but that's water under the bridge, so to speak. I'm very happy with myself and my life here in Newport.
So much talking.
How long have you and Mickey been together?
Mickey and I have been together since I was 19. She was in her late 30s then. The older, wiser, worldly woman. I found her sweet and charming and intriguing. When I finally realized she was neither of those things, it was too late. I was in love. She stole me away from my dreary British inner-city life, and she brought me here. She was no knight in shining armor, that's for sure. But she knew how to treat me like a woman.
You guys make a great couple.
You think so, darling? Yes, I guess we do. And the sex is amazing.
You never get tired of talking about your sex life, do you?
Never. And if I ever do, please shoot me.
Can you tell me something about the border house?
That's one of my favorite topics, darling. What precisely do you want to know?
Oh god, even more sub-dialogue options.
What made you decide to run a boarding house?
That's a long story. One of the reasons Mickey and I got together was that we shared a passion for the classic English country inns. You know, quaint, weathered buildings, funny old ladies, and oddly suggestive names like the Lazy Cock.
So why come here to the big city? To America?
We wanted to create a place with a similar atmosphere and hospitality here in Newport. Like a safe house for people like you and I to call home, if only for a short while. So we discussed different options for a few months, and then we decided we wanted to start a boarding house for young, penniless students and artists.
You decided you wanted to do that here in Venice?
We knew that Venice was the place for us long before we came here, but the hard part was finding a building cheap enough.
And this building was available?
Not at first. Like most of the buildings in Venice, this one used to be a factory, but when we first looked at it, a local company was planning to turn it into a bar and nightclub. It was so perfect for our purposes, though, that we appealed to the Venice Borough Council, and after outlining our plans, they gave us the go-ahead at a reduced price, provided we kept our promises regarding our tenants.
What inspired the name Border House?
That came quite naturally when we saw the place. It's on the border between two worlds, isn't it? Between Venice and the city itself. And at the same time, I also believe we're on the border between two more abstract worlds. Between art and spirit on the one hand, and science and technology on the other.
That's very poetic, Fiona.
Yes, I've practiced. I may be an inner-city girl, but I can philosophize and bullshit with the best of them.
Do you and Mickey own the place together?
We own it together, yes, and we've shared the responsibilities between us. Mickey takes care of the maintenance of the building, and I busy myself with the administrative tasks. I also take care of the day-to-day management of our tenants, like deciding whether or not to let someone rent a room. And, of course, the unpleasant business of booting someone out.
I thought you enjoyed that part.
Yes, all right. In some cases I do, but not always. It can get quite messy.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
Lord Bob Breeze says, best to get used to all this talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like one says, we ran low on storage space after writing all that dialogue, so the other world will be rendered entirely in wireframe.
What can you tell me about Venice?
I don't really know much about the history of Venice. You should really ask someone with an interest in local affairs. What I do know is that this whole neighborhood used to be an industrial area, and that about 100 years ago they converted most of the buildings into residences for students and the homeless. And it's a nice place to live, certainly. Friendly people, liberal attitudes, great clothing stores, quite perfect, aside from that dreadful stench from the canals in the summertime.
Wait, but are they in America or Venice?
They're in America. They said Venice is a borough of Newport.
Oh, okay.
What's the story behind my apartment?
Your apartment? It's more a room than anything else. Not much more than a large closet, really.
It's not that small.
It's one of our smallest rooms, but it's cheap, and it's on a nice floor. I hope you're happy there.
I like it. It's convenient, and it's got an interesting view.
That's nice to hear, darling. As for the story behind it, no unexplained deaths or hidden pirate treasures, I'm afraid. Just a long string of students on a tight budget.
Do you like Newport?
The city? I stay in Venice most of the time. It's easy to forget we're just a tiny little pocket in the middle of a sprawling urban wasteland. But do I like it? I think Newport is one of the great cities of our age. Love it or hate it, you can't argue with that.
And which one is it? Love or hate?
I haven't decided yet, darling. Ask me again in another 15 years. Perhaps I'll have an answer then.
I don't have any more questions right now.
Don't hesitate asking if there's something else you want to know.
I'd better get going.
Off to school?
Yeah, there are no more classes this semester, but I have to finish my painting by next Thursday.
For what it's worth, darling, good luck. And don't work too hard, all right?
We have a nice view of the bridges from this window.
shelf. Is there any way downstairs?
She seems kind of like annoyed about shelves. About their existence. Shelves.
More fans. Proper air conditioning was apparently never a viable alternative for the contractor. I love this mural, even though the motif is a little trite. I mean, fairy tale forests and magical dragons? Still, it's pretty. I wonder what happened to the artist. Probably making a bundle from cheesy fantasy calendars and book covers.
It was painted by Lisa Frank.
I guess that's a pressure gauge. It's at 100. That's percent, I guess. 100% pressure? That's probably Mickey's handiwork. She's the tool gal around these here parts. I wonder why she put the clamp there, though. What a mystifying contraption, and completely absurd. What are all these valves and wheels and thingamajigs for? What grand purpose does it all serve?
Water distribution, I assume?
It's a rusty old wheel. I'd imagine it turns the water on and off.
And that clamp is probably because she's working downstream.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't mess with it.
I recognize a temporary shut-off jury rig when I see one.
Oye, señorita.
Yes?
How are you this morning, señorita bonita?
Hot.
I see. The summers in Newport are never pleasant. And it will get worse before it gets better. They say there's another heat wave headed our way.
Yeah, so I heard. So, you gonna be alright? You don't look dressed for the weather.
Si Dios quiere. Sunshine and pretty señoritas give an old man like me the blues. I like my days cold and rainy. In fact, I think I prefer the world to be in black and white.
Like an old movie.
Like all good movies. But tell me, señorita Ryan, how would you describe your perfect day?
Cold and rainy like yours.
Está bien. We are alike, you and I. But this heat is not why you are unhappy, no? You are troubled by nightmares.
What?
You are afraid of them. You even fear your dreams may be real.
Who told you about my nightmares?
No one. I can tell from looking into your eyes. I see the ghosts that haunt you.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but from now on, stay the hell away from me in my personal life.
No puedo, señorita Ryan. You have a destiny.
Destiny? I don't care what you think. Just leave me alone.
If you don't face them, I'm afraid your nightmares will continue. Soon they will appear to you even when you're awake.
You need some serious help, you know that?
We all do, April. That's the reason we are here, you and me.
That's it. I don't have to listen to this.
Perdóname. I've upset you. We didn't think you'd react this way. I hope we can talk again soon.
I don't think so, no.
Please, think about it. And señorita, cuidado. Be careful.
Cuidado, piso mojado. Look at that smokestack. It's just like Wisconsin. Belching into the sky fighter. By the way, Mick Swagger.
From what I've been told, the clock stopped on the very day of the infamous Venice massacre in 2109, to the minute the police opened fire on the squatters.
Well then,
To the park, to the cafe.
that guy appears to have made his hair out of Spider Jerusalem glasses.
Just a wooden bench.
Just a wooden bench.
And sitting down on the bench for some reason.
On the bench and going nowhere fast.
Okay.
Gonna stare
Hold on a
at
sec,
the herb in decay.
The game's having a hard time to the cursor here, so.
Come back, cursor.
Whoa, that was not supposed to happen.
Ooh, that is flashing like a reptile.
There we go.
That anime was silly. I don't like reptiles. Proceeds
I
to
wonder
get
what the
multi-day
homeless
advice
people
from
do in
Gary.
the wintertime. Supposedly, it gets biting cold here in Newport. And I don't know if there are any shelters anymore. Newport Transit System. It's not one system anymore, though. All the different lines are owned by different companies. This is the Metro line, and I believe it's run by Bocamba Mercer.
That's terrible.
East Venice.
Freaking paid
There are, I
advertisers.
think, 3 subway stops in Venice, including this one.
East St. Louis.
Is there any other St. Louis?
It's a pretty bar.
This guy's out here all day long, all year. He never stops painting. Ever. And I doubt he's ever finished even one painting.
It's kind of weird.
Very cubist. And not my style at all.
Old iron thingy.
I can't even begin to guess what that's supposed to be.
It's an old iron thingy. I mean, it says right there.
They called the senator Old Iron Thingy.
That's a terrible nickname. Go to the cave.
Going to the cave to pick up some cove. Ew, the canal waters run.
Closed for maintenance. Will reopen at 3 p.m. What's going on? The place was fine last night.
It needs some
The
maintenance.
sign said it's closed for maintenance. The Fringe Cafe. My home away from home. I really don't mind working there. It's a nice place. I mean, it ranks nice on a scale from begging for food at the bottom to just scraping by at the top. I do not intend to make a career of it.
Look those stairs. Miss your door.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody pass through that door. Isn't that peculiar? And if I was Nancy Drew, I might actually care.
I'm beginning to think your home might be constructed. Based on sayings of old Spanish-speaking fellows. And curious in moving things.
Nothing adds more to the tranquility of a city park than a huge rusty iron bridge.
Yeah, that's the occasional noisy-ass train to ruin the ambiance. You gotta have one of those.
Totally.
When Padre says, "It is said that when he completes his painting, the world ends."
Bishop and Anne Marie. He's a photography student. She's in my life study class. Nice couple. No, I've got too much to do right now. It's the official Vava notice board. Only registered students are allowed to put notices up here.
Excuse me.
The Venice Academy of the Visual Arts. World-renowned, prestigious, expensive, and my future alma mater. If all goes well with the exhibition and I get my grant, that is. That's Mary Sam, Vava's founding mother and pro-Venice activist back before the riots. She was assassinated by a corporate hired gun right after the school opened, some 90 years ago. Somebody's thrown away a rubber glove.
Well, we can't have that. This is an adventure game.
Why would somebody toss out a perfectly good work glove with just one big hole in it? What a terrible, terrible waste.
Probably the hole.
Olav's on a roll. Again. Does that guy ever run out of inspiration or energy? Must be the cold Norwegian winters. Nothing else to do but paint. Nice. Very Van Goghish, with just a hint of Munch. Don't want to disturb him. Art books. There's a really nice one here on Turner. I love his landscapes.
No Gregory says saving the environment, one trash can at a time. Jared?
Emma's really good with the holosculptor, and her imagination is so vivid. Good thing we're best friends, or I might be jealous. These sinks are as old as the building itself, but at least they've been renovated quite recently. Some books on color, composition, and duck hunting? Those sketchbooks belong to some of the other students who share the space.
Oh. I was trying to do the laughing dog sound, but it just came out as ah.
Yeah, I heard your throat fail there.
Yeah.
The tools of my trade. The best thing about working up here is that nobody borrows my stuff. I can only think of two things more depressing than a blank canvas: death and taxes.
What about canvas taxes?
Acrylic and oil paints. Art books mostly. I've browsed through all of them, looked at the pictures, but I'd much prefer to see the paintings in real life. Those are some of my most recent sketches. Unfortunately, they serve only as a barren testament to my lack of inspiration.
Paint your nightmares.
Constable Guybrush is a strange hybrid between man, ape, and musician. In addition to being an officer of the law, of course. It's a picture of Charlie, Emma, and me in Florence Park. Marcus took it about a month ago before it got real hot. There's a loose sheet of paper in here. Hey, it's my timesheet from the cafe. I completely forgot I put it in here. Good thing I found it, because I'm broke. I've been keeping a diary intermittently since I was 5 years old. Not the same one, of course. I started this one, I think, April of this year.
You're April of this year. No, wait, that's not what I wanted to do.
It's a leaf of organic plastic. It grows, it Converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, but it doesn't need water or sun. No nourishment of any kind, actually. It's a pushpin.
I've never seen a non-organic plastic before.
Found. A gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona. I did lose a gold ring a few weeks ago. I hope this is the one. I'll have to ask Fiona about it. It's a rubber glove, but it's pretty useless with that big hole in it.
BRB. I have to record my life. Ew.
I like how the fuzz weed almost lost her balance there. I must say it's pretty embarrassing for a house cat. I'm wondering what Constable Guybrush is necessarily a reference to. The name sounds like Monkey Island. The creature doesn't look very three-pointy, though. Could be Discworld. But I wouldn't know. Distressingly, I still haven't read The Color of Magic yet. And that's just terrible. Require additional Vespine Pratchett. Can you grab me one, please? I say a moment too late. Next one for a slow arse clump lumper.
You arse clump.
I said ball of roses, not ball of noses. Oh.
My cash card at the moment is really quite useless. There can't be more than $1 or 2 left in it.
When's this game from again? Like late 90s?
99.
Really late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
The latest 90.
Hiya.
Emma? Hi! I didn't expect to see you here today.
Me neither. Are you busy?
Nah. Well, I am. But I was about to wrap up for today anyway. Why? What's going on?
I have an important message for you.
Yeah? From whom?
Believe it or not, girlfriend, but it's from Cortez.
Excuse me?
That conquistador cockroach?
He said to tell you that he wants to meet you. These are his exact words. Where children visualize their dreams.
Visualize dreams? What's that supposed to mean?
Me? I was hoping you would know.
Did he say anything else?
Nope, that was it. Why does he want to meet you? Oh, don't tell me. You guys are having a secret love affair.
Oh, yeah. We're eloping and flying to Africa tonight. It's all been happening so fast. My heart's aflutter.
How romantic. I couldn't imagine a better catch than Senor Cortez, the Latin lover.
Did he talk to you about nightmares?
No. Why?
I don't know. It's just... my dreams are really starting to bother me.
There you go again with dreams. You're obsessing, April. They're just dreams. Sometimes a banana is just a banana.
I see it.
Cigar.
Cigar? What do you mean cigar?
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, not a banana.
Whatever. The point is, you're reading too much into your dreams. I'm sure they're perfectly logical.
Even a talking dragon? Is a talking dragon logical?
Especially a talking... dragon? You had a dream about a dragon? Okay, that's not logical. That's just silly. Still, this ought to be interesting. Go on.
Well, there was a dragon.
I think we established that already. You had a dream about a dragon.
Not just any dragon, though. A talking dragon.
Yep, we've been through that. Talking dragon covered. What did it say?
Why is that part of...
She. It was a she, a female dragon.
What, you could tell from the skirt, high heels, and lipstick?
It's the...
Don't mock me, Emma. She said something to me. Something about
thing
being the
that
mother of the
lifts
future.
She probably said
That
time
wasn't
to get
supposed
up
to
and go to school, April.
If you don't want to take my dreams seriously, I'll just stop telling you about them.
Is that a promise?
Like you're in any position to make fun of my dreams? Have you looked at your sculptures lately?
Oh, that's low. I'd punch you out if I wasn't so hungry. You want to go get some lunch at the Fringe?
I'll drop by after I clean up around here.
I'll be there for a while, so bye.
That was one noisy hologram generator.
Who's there? Okay, that was not a dream, I think.
Oh, yeah.
April 14th, 2209. Art was
Dairy.
beginning.
Not to sound like a complete spoil sport, but 18 feels kind of like 17, only I can buy a gun and pilot a hovercraft.
I want to pilot a hovercraft.
Yeah, me too.
No, April, it's just a number.
Yep.
Just 21.
Yep.
Just 30.
But 30 is bigger.
They're all just numbers. 27's a cool one.
Some numbers are bigger than others, though.
Welcome to Tautology Club. Should we read this video or something?
It's actually quite legible over there.
Okay, cool.
So she kind of snuck away to Newport.
You're nervous because it's a risk.
Mm-hmm. I'll definitely keep my diary up to date from now on, she says on May 1st. May 25th.
Nope.
Straight A's.
Of course, J. What?
I don't know.
clean the old helicopters, right?
Mm-hmm. She doesn't seem to care much for... Oh, me. Oof.
Yeah.
Crazy day?
Another part base suggests that Jay may take a little journal.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense. Wait a second. 2209 did... These other ones weren't... Okay, that was also 2209.
When did she write that?
It's one of those auto journals. It just automatically records her thoughts.
That would be terrifying.
Well, I know she has to like deliberately want to, but Chaos Vortex. Daniel, were you involved in this?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Nope.
You're not sure?
Nope. Wasn't it like a chicken pasta vortex?
Chicken Chaos Bow Tie Festival?
Something like that, I don't know.
I remember you ordering something that was actually called a something something bow tie festival, and Nate was almost exasperated with you until he realized that that's actually what it was called.
Yes, I have a question.
Soup?
That's another one of Olaf's. I swear he does a painting in, like, a day. That's pretty damn good, too. Nice hair color.
Yep.
The annual Vava Summer Exhibit, August 11th through 18th. God, I'm actually expected to be ready by then.
To the bridge is...
Out of my head, sir.
Man, those guys are in trouble. Don't they know that skateboarding is strictly prohibited in Newport?
Oh, that is an armed officer waving his gun around. At the skaters.
Pointing his gun at the skateboard.
No, he's pointing his gun at that guy.
Dystopia confirmed for Raw.
It amazes me why backpackers flock to Newport. You'd think they'd have the good sense to stick to India, Australia, and the near-Earth colonies.
Heck yeah, backpack up Olympus Mons like a boss.
I think people should have the good sense to do that kind of stuff behind closed doors.
Like just a couple of weekends.
At least as long as I don't have a boyfriend.
I mean, a couple of weeks.
And I know how she feels about that.
It's a very tall mountain. And broad is a shield volcano. And still the tallest mountain. What's up, Pointy?
That's my good friend Charlie. He was the first person I met when I came to Venice, and I love him dearly. As a friend. Hi, Charlie.
April, nice to see you, girl. You know, I came to wake you this morning, but you'd already left. Early bird catches the worm.
No, early bird finishes the damn painting on time. Have you seen Cortez around?
As a matter of fact, I have. And he was asking for you.
Do you know where he was going?
No, but he seemed interested in that poster next to the jukebox. They put it up earlier today.
He asked about me?
Yeah, where you were. He had a message for you. I told him to give it to Emma, that she would be more likely to bump into you.
I got it, but I have no idea what it means.
Cortez can be a little strange.
Oh, it's those things.
Do you have any idea where kids would be able to, visualize their dreams?
Maybe in therapy.
I don't think that's it, Charlie.
Then I don't know.
Thanks.
Anytime, April.
Why was the cafe closed earlier?
You know, some problem with the pipes. Stan, he gets real worked up. He is seriously pissed, girl. Keeps yelling at the plumber to fix it, or Stan will fix him. And the poor man is trying to work, but Stan doesn't quit. The plumber finds the problem eventually, but not until he's waist-high in canal water down in the basement.
Ooh, gross. There were problems with the plumbing back at the house, too. No hot water.
I noticed. Girl, that was one cold shower. There are always problems with the pipes here in Venice. They're too old.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Charlie?
How's work going today?
Aside from the trouble with the plumbing, everything's been peaceful. Emma's here with Marcus and Isabel. Other than that, I mean, it's been a quiet morning. Everyone must be home out of the sun, yeah?
Or on holiday.
Perfect time for it, too. The city's just boiling in July, and it gets even hotter in August. You should have stayed out in the country until the autumn, girl. It's cooler out there, yeah?
Yeah, the summers were cooler back home.
I remember my home. It got so hot sometimes. My father worked as a volunteer fireman, and sometimes he'd borrow the old truck from the garage. He'd fill it with spring water from the river up in the hills, and then he would hose me and my sisters down with ice-cold water. We'd laugh and scream and run around, and the funny thing is, his eyes would light up, and he'd be so proud of himself. He could be so good, and he could be so bad. On those days, I loved him so much. They were the good days.
You doing anything special tonight?
Working. I should really be at rehearsal, but I need the money. I'm going home for a week before school starts in September.
Right, you told me. Well, that's great. It's been years since your last trip home, right?
Yeah, right. You remember well, girl. 4 years. My father and I, well, we haven't been on good terms since I left.
I know how that feels.
Isn't it such a cliche, though? I don't look forward to seeing him again, but it will be nice to be back with the rest of the family. Especially my sisters, you know, and my mom.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Charlie?
Why would I mind, girl?
What's your take on Cortez?
Why do you want to talk about Cortez? I don't know him that well. He's been around for as long as I can remember, but I really never talked to the man.
Do you think he's as crazy as some people say?
No, he's not crazy. Just a little eccentric. He doesn't give a donkey's ass what people think or say about him. That's cool.
He doesn't give an ass's butt.
I don't know. I have a feeling there's a lot more to Cortez than what he wants us to believe. That man has had an eventful life, I'm sure.
Anything else that comes to mind about Cortez?
What else? I don't know what to tell you, girl. When he's not talking about books, he talks about old movies. He loves the classics, calls them real art.
What was it about me that made you want to be my friend, Charlotte?
Everything, girl. You're a sweet peach. No, it's true. I liked you from the very beginning. When you first came into the cafe with a suitcase in each hand, lost and bewildered.
God, thanks for reminding me. I was such a country bumpkin.
No, everyone who comes to Venice looks like that, girl. This is the village of the damned, don't you know?
How long have you known Emma?
I met Emma about a year ago when she started studying at Vava. She moved into the room just opposite mine, and we became friends almost immediately. I like her a lot, and the two of you are the best friends I've ever had.
Thanks, Charlie. The same goes for me. Did you ever tell Emma that?
Yeah, I told her, and she jokes about it. That's just Emma. I know she appreciates me telling her, though.
Does Emma's behavior ever worry you?
She can seem a little out of control from time to time, but she's smarter than people give her credit for. I think she's able to take good care of herself. She's a brilliant artist. Her sculptures are inventive and beautiful.
I know. Sometimes I'm in awe. They just don't seem to match her personality.
She's a deep person, but she hides it well. She's more comfortable being a ditzy teenager than a professional artist. But around the two of us, sometimes she lets the disguise drop. I love her when she does that.
Do you like living in Venice?
I love Venice. I've been here 3 years now, and I haven't grown tired of it yet. I don't know if I ever will. Venice is like a college campus. There are so many young people here from all over the world. And the mix of nationalities and ideologies and ethnicities is refreshing and inspiring. The fact that we're also right in the middle of one of the great cities on Earth is just a bonus. Call Newport whatever you want, at least it's alive, and there's always something going on. Yeah, Venice is my kind of place, and I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon. At least not as long as all my friends are living here.
What about you, Charlie?
What about me?
Yeah? When was the last time you talked about yourself?
I don't talk about myself, girl. You know that.
Still, I'd like to talk about you for a bit.
If you want. Just in general, or is there anything in particular you want to know?
What's your biggest dream?
A dark stage, a packed auditorium, and a single spotlight. Dancing, girl, don't you know? I'm a good dancer, but I need to be among the best to make it out in the real world. So I'll keep studying and I'll keep working as a waiter to support my studies. Just like you.
How did you end up in Venice?
At home, there wasn't much professional training available for dancers. And my father, he was not happy about my choice of career. He wanted me to work in the factories like him and his father. Out here in Venice, everyone's got their own dreams. And people are supportive of each other no matter how crazy those dreams might be.
Your dream isn't crazy at all, Charlie. You're already halfway there.
But I still have a long way to go. You're right, girl. I can make it if I work hard enough. So can you. Because we're both just so damn talented.
Are you happy working here at the cafe?
We make decent money, if that's what you mean. I don't want to be a bartender for the rest of my life, obviously. But yeah, I'm happy I have a job. And you work here too, so I get to hang out with my friend, right?
If it wasn't for that, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. Hard work and lousy pay. The hours are flexible and, like you said, I get to hang out with you and my other friends. That's all I wanted to know, Charlie.
Okay.
Thanks, Charlie. I have to get going, Charlie.
Take care, all right? Remember, you're supposed to get paid today. Stan's not gonna remember unless you bug him about it.
Complimentary candy for paying customers only. Stan has a habit of taking it out of your salary if you, get the munchies.
I'm sure it's a minuscule amount, so those complimentary events tend to be excessively cheap. Say to the can.
To the cafe.
My boss, Stan. A hard man with a soft... Nah. He's just a callous bastard.
I heard that.
I knew that.
What you doing here? You ain't working this afternoon, are you? I don't want my employees work 24 hours a day. Go, get sleep.
But I'm just...
Damn, woman, do I have to babysit you?
It's nice to see you too, Stanley. No, I'm not working today. I just came by to...
Oh, don't ever say those two words when I'm around. I don't think my ulcer can take it.
You? And nice?
That's funny. No, working and not. Don't use those two words in the same sentence. Damn, I get creeps even when I say them.
I thought you'd be ecstatic to have people work 24-hour shifts.
Oh, don't get me wrong, sweetheart. There's nothing I'd want more, but you see, for some weird reason, it is illegal to make people work that long.
What a downer.
Yeah, I'd make you guys work triple shifts if I could.
Nah, I don't think you would. I think you're a real angel at heart, Stanley. You're just afraid people will find out.
Yeah, I'm a real goddamn sweetheart. Go on, take advantage of my kindness while I'm still out of my head.
I'd like to get paid.
Damn, woman, don't you know I got a migraine already? Paid? God damn it. Why'd they have to make that word sound so obscene? Listen, why don't you leave old Stan alone, huh? You make me feel a whole hell of a lot better. Choo, be good little girl, hmm?
I'd still like to get paid, though.
Mighty mana, woman. You really know how to rub it in. God damn it. Yeah, all right. Got your timesheet?
Yes?
Yes? Yes? Let's see it. God damn, you think I'm gonna take your word for a woman?
Just hand it to him. Sheesh. There's the hang-up first name.
Here you are, my timesheet.
Don't say that word too loud, sweetheart. You're killing me. See. What is this? Huh? No. Did I sign this? What I thinking?
So?
At least it doesn't look like it's been forged. Thanks.
Thanks? Where's my money?
Oh, you ain't getting it now. Next week, honey. I write down this amount in my ledger. Don't you worry your head from it.
I need the money now, Stanley.
Yeah, we all need money now. That ain't gonna happen. Next week, I tell you.
Next week? Promise?
Sure, I promise. Next week. And if that falls through the week after, but you'll get it sooner or later.
Forget that. I quit.
You're quitting? You can't quit. You work for me. Nobody quits this job, honey.
I can quit. And I'm quitting. I quit.
Damn, woman, you know how hard it is to find people to take a crappy job like this one? I need you.
Just as much as you need the money?
All right, Jesus, I give you your damn money. What was it, 50 bucks?
$375, Stanley, cash.
Oh, sure, cash. 300. Are you sure? I pay you guys way too much. All right, give me your CC.
Thank you, Stanley.
Fine, sure, whatever. Hey, I mean it. You free tonight? Wanna pull a shift? Sandra, she out sick and I need a replacement pronto. How about it?
No, sorry, I have plans.
Plans? Plans on a Friday? Mighty mana, what's the world come to? Get out from here. Leave me alone with my migraine and ulcer.
Hey, you enjoy those.
Roma Gallery presents Growing Pains, an exhibition by and for kids and teenagers. Could this be what Cortez was talking about? Where kids visualize their dreams? think this may be it. Where's the Roma Gallery located? Complimentary student pass. Cool. I like anything that's complimentary. I never say no to a complimentary ticket. It's a jukebox, according to Stan. It's an original. Almost 200 years old. I don't know. It looks like a replica to me. A good replica, but still. Fresh bread. I love the food in this place. We have a great kitchen. That's my, well, Emma's friend, really. Marcus. He's a Vava student as well. When she's not working, or out on a date, Emma's always hanging out here. Just like me, really. Just like all of us.
Settle this one for us, April. When did Roindale release Sidetracked?
'04, right after the Morning Star exile, those sons of bitches.
With blood on their boots, yeah. Told you so, Marcus.
You said 03.
I was closer than you. 07, and you call yourself a fan.
I don't.
Did you speak with Zach today?
Why?
He was upset. Called you a stuck-up bitch.
He what? You gotta be kidding me. I wasn't even that rude to him.
He thinks so. Said that even if you came crawling to his door, he wouldn't give you the time of day. Said you called him an asshole.
Oh, God. I really don't know when to shut my mouth, do I?
Who cares? It's Zach. He hates you, so what? No great loss.
That's true.
So what else is going on? What are you doing this afternoon?
Actually, I came by to see if I could find Cortez.
What's with you and this guy? You'd rather spend time with him than us?
I have to find out what the message means.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything except what I already told you. Ask Charlie. He spoke with Cortez earlier.
Tortured Artist says this name brought to you in part by Lord Bob Bree.
What are you doing?
Staying here. What else? I'm meeting a friend later, but that's not until 9. We're waiting for Isabel and then we're gonna eat. But I guess you're not hungry.
No.
Figures. I don't know why I even bother asking.
Who's this friend you're meeting later? Don't tell me it's that guy you were out with last night.
Are you gonna tell me I shouldn't get involved with men like him?
No, of course not. I'm not your... You don't need me to tell you that, Emma.
Well, I wish you would, 'cause you're right. I shouldn't, he's a bastard. But he's so cute and charming and, you know, very good in bed. I just can't help myself. But he's not a keeper, don't worry about that. It's just this thing, just a fling.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Emma?
Like I don't tell you everything that's going on anyway? Of course you can ask me questions, like, duh.
What's your, take on Cortez?
My take on Cortez. What's that, like a diplomatic way of saying what the F is this guy's glitch?
Sure, let's go with that one.
You know, I think Cortez is a barrel of laughs. In a good way. Everybody thinks they got him all figured out, you know? Like he's the resident weirdo. But I know that just ain't true. I've talked with Cortez, and the guy is brilliant. He's weird, yeah, and he's up in the clouds, and I think he believes in aliens, which is cool, but girl, he's smart. I mean, I'm not talking professor smart here. I'm talking real life, seen it all, been there, done that, smart. Useful smart. Experienced smart. And, ooh, I gotta tell you, the guy's cultured. Ask him about anything, art, music, movies, books. He's current on most topics, which scares me, because it seems he's always just, I don't know, hanging around doing nothing. He rarely goes anywhere. And it's like he's waiting for something. Or someone.
Yeah, maybe Jerry Garcia.
You're bad. No, I don't think he's a doper. I mean, listen to the guy. What he says may sound a little out there, but the way he says it... No, he's not on Amethyst, that's for sure. And one more thing, he is cute.
He's what?
Cute.
Emma, he's like 60.
Did you ever see his eyes? Those are not the eyes of an old man. And so what if he's 60? He's better looking than most of the guys I date, and so much nicer.
Then I think you've been swimming in the shallow end of the gene pool for too long, Emma. I mean, come on, a 60-year-old screwball with a ponytail and an exotic accent? Hello?
Well, we'll see.
Did you speak with Charlie today?
Yeah, for a few minutes. Why?
Nothing. Just wondered is all.
April, did he say anything to you at all?
About what?
About... nothing. I mean, I don't know anything. Which isn't true because I don't lie, but he... Ugh, forget it. If we were having this conversation in a movie, I'd be going, like... Shit, girl, get your act together, open your eyes! But I don't think that's a good idea. Not in real life. Because real life has a nasty habit of hurting people's feelings.
Did you finish your sculpture for the exhibit?
Pretty much. I'm happy with it, and I know that if I go back and keep working on it, I'll just kill it. So I think I'll leave it alone. You?
You know what? Don't ask. I'm praying it'll finish itself one of these days.
Sure. Could happen. It could so happen. But I wouldn't count on it.
I'll have it ready in time.
Yes, you will, or I'll kick your ass so hard that you'll...
Okay, I got it. Thanks for the inspiration. Thanks, Emma.
Thanks for what? For talking to you? Girlfriend, what the hell is the matter with you? Snap out of it.
Acting like you're a character in an adventure game.
I gotta run.
See you around, stranger.
A lot of silliness is taking place here. Let's see. What about reinquiries? Critics treating you to torture artists. Torture artists responds. Critics are hacks that don't understand my melting clock period. And it's turning to game. Also, this girl has weird tastes in guys. Plumsy responds. Quests. I think Mr. Accident would have good taste.
Marcus.
Oddly opinionated there, Plumsy.
Marcus.
Okay, sorry. I felt kind of compelled to do that for some reason.
That was very
Marcus.
Shelves.
Marcus.
Okay.
Tom's Follies. Marcus.
Tom's Marcus.
The Cotton Queen. The Cotton Queen. Marcus.
The Cotton Marcus.
My boss, Stan. Marcus.
Okay,
The Cotton Queen. Torture artists inquires, can we fiddle with the jukebox?
It didn't seem so.
Preceded by, is Marcus at Vava to be a mine? By which, Low Rapidity acquired that.
Hey, wait.
And then replies, corrects himself, mine.
Wait a second. I can probably just...
It's the address. The gallery's located near the Watertown Bridge. It's all the way over in West Venice, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna have to catch the Metro Line subway to get there.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't need to go back there.
Organic plastic. Is there any other kind of plastic?
Organ.
Most polymers I've encountered contain a lot of carbon.
gates scan everybody who goes in and out of the station and compares their genetic signature with the database. If you haven't paid your fare, the alarm goes off and the cops show up.
Can someone please repaint that? It's basically like...
I'll get a weekly pass, just in case. It's a small camera. It's a small camera.
Shove card in front of camera.
Oh, right.
Urinate on machine. Walk through a tory.
A bird? No, I'm kidding.
Okay, tory.
$15 subtracted from cash card. You are now free to travel on all Metroline subways for exactly 1 week.
Thanks,
And remember, genetic forgery is a federal crime. Keep your genes clean. Have a nice day.
I launder them regularly. Escape will warp you to an exit.
Okay.
DJ1 appears and says, "Tortured artist. LBB, are you assaulting your girlfriend?" Tortured artist replies, "Always." Valkyrie says, "I'm very supportive of her art." And after making an angry face. She goes, "See, that's his assault face."
Old lady.
Sweet old ladies just ain't what they used to be.
Surge! Okay, I think this is an excuse to break it out. The 90s are totally leaking here.
Yeah. What happens if I touch the surge in the surge?
Don't, you'll cause a surge.
A surge.
The screen really is ubiquitous. There's no escape anywhere.
What's ubiquitous?
The screen.
Ah. God, I'm sorry, those big toe screens from 1984.
1984.
Assault face just amuses me to no end.
Assault face?
That's an AR-43 assault face.
Alright.
It's just like...
That's a little terrifying, dude. Like, no joke. Also, it's probably been, like, 20 years since I had a surge. So this'll be interesting.
Dr. says $15 for a week of Metro is great. And are those maps on the ceiling?
Maps on the ceiling, maps on the ceiling.
Looks like one.
Yeah, I think those are, like, on... Not so much ceiling as, like, the over...
That screen looks stupid. Did you see that thing?
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, Watertown Bridge.
Another victim of Amethyst. Poor guy's drugged out on Amethyst. They say the first motor function to suffer is always rhythm.
That's the NST, or the nasty.
Hello, sir. Sir? I'll just leave my ticket here then, shall I? Yes. Yes, I guess I'll do that. It's a pointy-edged swan.
Pointy swan.
It's a short, nude creature with a snout. Very inspiring.
gnome, run. Oh, come on, she's an artist. She can't look at the art. There's a little portrait of Pinhead there.
Yeah, this one looks kind of familiar. Like possibly it's from another Funcom game.
What the cursor was doing, it looks like there's a specific option to look at her own butt.
Well, there's an option to look at herself, but of course that
The eyeball is right at butt.
it highlights when it's over her butt. So I mean,
Big surprise. I'm still here.
and it's
Hello, Miss
Cortez.
Pointy.
Hola, senor.
For the life of me, I can't figure out why Cortez wants to meet me. Come to think of it, why do I want to meet him?
He has weird stuff to say. Probably important.
About time you showed up.
About time? I spent more than...
Mira, this painting. Right here. Look.
About this morning.
Apology accepted, señorita. It's a hot day and tempers run high.
But I wasn't...
Just look at the painting.
Brr. Too many things. I can't figure out how to
Why is there a grid?
arrange this. Why not?
It's nice work.
It's very nice. But there's more to it than nice. Keep looking.
Who's the artist?
A boy named Warren Hughes. Not so long ago, I knew him and his family quite well. But he does not paint anymore.
What am I looking for?
What do you see?
What's the last? I see art. That's
I see London and France.
I see an oil painting of two humans locked in an embrace.
That's all you see? But there's so much more. Look. Look.
He has very saggy eyes.
I see a guy hugging a girl.
And?
They're probably boyfriend, girlfriend, and she's dumping him. He looks really depressed.
Yes, yes. Forget the story. What do you see?
I see a statement on loss. The guy, he's hugging a girl, and by all rights, he should be happy, but he's not. He's probably already mourning the loss of her, even though that's still somewhere in his future.
Statements? Who cares about statements? Tell me what you see.
I see art.
Art, yes. And beyond that. Beyond art.
Grid?
Technique?
Technique is what enables an artist to create art. Beyond technique, beyond artistry, what else is there?
Illusion.
Skill and imagination allow the artist to create an illusion, but that is only skin deep. Beneath the illusion, what else is there?
Sandwiches.
Truth?
Truth. Exactly. A deeper truth. This painting, this particular work of art, speaks a deeper truth. It has a soul.
How can a painting have a soul?
It has a soul because it has an identity. It has a heart. The memory of this painting will survive beyond this moment. It will linger in your mind, become part of the tapestry of your subconscious. It has made a lasting impression on you, and you're not quite sure why.
It's just a painting by some kid. It's not as if it's a Picasso or a Monet.
Now you're arguing technique. Not every painting by Van Gogh or Michelangelo is real art either. although they all demonstrate great technique and craftsmanship. And the scribbled drawings of a 5-year-old child are rarely technically impressive, but they may still have a soul. They may still be real art.
So you're saying real art is not defined by the skill of the artist? Then what is art? If just anybody can create something more real than artists who spent their entire lives developing their skills?
Art is still the work of artists, and skill, craftsmanship, technique, those things are critical to the success of an artist's work. But alone, those things are merely pretense. For something to be real, to be truthful, the artist must shift part of him or herself into the work, to transcend the illusion and reach for the truth of art.
And what is the truth of art?
Who knows? I've been asking myself that question for years.
Excuse me? You don't even know? And what's all this about all the questions and lectures on truth and illusion? For that matter, why did you ask me to come down here in the first place?
Because...
Actually, you didn't even ask me to come down. I spent my entire afternoon traveling all over Venice, deciphering a cryptic message, spending money I don't have on a subway ticket, only to have to stand here and listen to...
You saw something this afternoon. A waking dream, and you can't explain it. That's why you are here, isn't it?
How the hell do you know these things?
It's as plain as the day, Señorita Ryan. You're under a lot of stress.
You just need to practice.
My point about art and truth is this, April. Some things look real, but are not. And other things may appear to be of no consequence at all, but are in fact invaluable. Like Warren's painting here, and your dreams. There is both truth and illusion in dreams, and in the images they create. The problem is in sorting the one from the other.
You're telling me my dreams are true?
I'm telling you there are things afoot, and that you need help in sorting the truth from the illusions. My help.
Well, that figures.
Good. I was hoping you'd understand.
No, actually, I didn't understand a single word. You talk about art and truth and dreams and illusions, and I still don't understand what it all has to do with me. There are things happening, yes, and I came here because I thought maybe you're crazy enough to believe me, to help me. I don't know, sort through the debris and come up with the plausible explanation.
That's what he just offered.
But no, you tell me my dreams might be true, that I need your help, and that there are things afoot. I mean, who says afoot? I've never heard anybody use the word before. There are things afoot.
Seriously?
Está bien. I understand your reluctance to believe me, señorita. But I cannot convince you here, now. Meet me tomorrow.
What?
Meet me tomorrow, and I will tell you everything.
Not again, no way.
But you will. Because you are compelled to do so by your own curiosity. Because you are drawn to mystery. And because despite your skepticism, you believe I have the answer to all your questions, yes?
No. No, I don't care. I just want to have a normal life. No nightmares, no visions, no strangers telling me that things are afoot. Comprende, amigo?
Ay, Dios mío. Is that the time? I've got to run, señorita Ryan. I'll see you tomorrow then.
I said...
Goodbye.
He says weirdly sauntering out. Who walks like that? He walks like a cave painting.
There's absolutely nothing out there. Nothing. Oh, there's a city, an entire world even. But nothing. It's a plaque commemorating the Venice massacre of 2109. It reads, "In honor of those who died defending our right to live."
Torshara says, I think this is going to lead to Cortez asking for Emma to pose nude for art for truth. Oh boy. Not sure this is that sort of art school. I hear that's oddly common.
Oh, yeah. I mean, figure drawing is pretty much something you have to learn to do if you're going to be an artist.
Hi, Charlie.
What's up, April?
Can I ask you a few more questions, Charlie?
Sure.
Yep,
Thanks, Charlie.
Nope, never mind.
I'll see you later, Charlie.
Later.
Just here to confuse you and be weird.
Howdy. What's up?
Not much.
No, it doesn't look like...
See
Okay,
you
I was
later.
hoping I could discuss
Bye.
that encounter with Cortez, but... No, looks like all I can do here is...
Marcus. Marcus. Marcus.
Well, maybe I should go back home.
East Venice? The Joe comedy. Hey, I believe it was said that double tapping escape can teleport you to an exit.
I tried that, it didn't work.
The shades are drawn.
Hey, these shades are just painted on.
Hey, wow! I can see right into the common room. That's amazing.
You sure? I think that's how windows work.
Mickey's not usually the sit in front of the screen type of gal. Unlike Fiona, she's always working on something around the house. I guess that's why they're such a great couple. What's going on, Mickey?
Well, the water's been fixed, so you can take a hot shower if you want.
I smell that bad.
No, I didn't mean that you. I just, you know, in case you wanted to take a warm shower, I just wanted you to... the water being hot, as it were.
Thanks, Mickey.
Yeah.
I heard you had a nightmare last night.
Did she tell you that? She can't keep her mouth shut, can she? You can't, can you?
As if your screaming wasn't enough to wake up the whole building. And so what if you're having a nightmare? You are human, you know, even though you'd like to think differently.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause an argument. It's just that I had a nightmare as well.
Good luck trying to get anything out of her. She's so very together, you know. There'll be no chink in her armor. She's the Iron Lady. Well, bollocks.
Would you shut up, Fiona? I mean, for once, would you just shut up? Yes, I had a nightmare, and yes, it's none of your business. So don't try to make it your business.
I wasn't trying to... to intrude?
Fine. I just don't like talking about my dreams, yeah?
What was wrong with the pipes?
They're just old, like all of Venice. They're really old. Twice a year, every year, I have to spend a half a day freezing my ass off down in the canal performing emergency surgery on the pipes. Not that I don't love doing it, especially when my so-called partner's curled up on the sofa watching soaps all day long.
I'll talk to you later, Mickey.
Yeah.
She is not in the best moods.
Have you been sitting here all day?
Pretty much, darling. I feel like a vegetable. How was your day then?
It's been a weird day.
How so?
Well, you know how some mornings you wake up, but you're not sure if you're really awake or if you're still just dreaming?
I feel like that every morning, darling. A pot of black coffee cures that in a flash.
That's how I've been feeling all day. Like I said, it's been a weird day. How's yours?
Exceedingly ordinary. Almost depressingly so. I poked my head out of the door once, for about a second, but thought better of it.
What are you watching?
Nothing special. We were thinking about watching a movie later, though.
Yeah, which one?
They have quite a few new releases out. Did you ever see Victory Hotel?
No. Is it good?
That's what they say. So we might catch that one.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Why, certainly, darling. About what?
What do you think of Cortez?
I'm not sure what you mean, darling.
Do you think he's a little creepy?
Oh, he's harmless. That old hippie's been drugged up for 50 years, and he's not likely to come down anytime soon. Mickey likes him, but I'm not a big fan. But what can I do? He just sits outside the building, smoking or reading a book. He doesn't harm anyone.
How long has he been around?
Oh, I don't know. A year, maybe? He just showed up one day, and he hasn't left since.
He never leaves his spot?
He sleeps and eats, obviously. And sometimes he goes to some revival cinema uptown. Says that second to reading, old movies are his greatest passion.
What else can you tell me about Cortez?
One word I wouldn't use to describe him is lucid. He's always on about some bollocks idea, and you'd never know from listening to him that he's got any sense at all. People say he's quite sharp, though, quite intelligent. Well-read, multilingual, and he's traveled all over the world, apparently, but still completely bonkers, if you ask me.
Thanks for your help, Fiona.
You're welcome, darling. Why don't you sit down and watch a movie with us, April?
You know what? That sounds like an excellent idea.
You get up and sit right back down.
This doesn't look or sound anything like a movie called Victory Hotel.
Wasn't she described the screen size again?
I've got to find Cortez and get him to explain what the hell's going on. Insane or not, he's the only person I can talk to about this. For some reason, the fan keeps switching off and on all the time. The thermostat must be broken, like everything else in this room.
This looks operative. Close that look. The plan seems to work very well.
Nice view, if you're into brickwork.
Gross.
I still haven't figured out what runs through the canals in Venice, but I'm sure it can't be water. It's a seagull. Poor guy looks quite hungry.
What's that blue thing?
It's a rubber ducky, helplessly trapped under that rusty old grill.
Step off my
It's a
grill,
rusty old
duck.
grill, kept afloat by a rubber ducky.
That is a huge rubber ducky.
It's like an inner tube duck, not like a bathtub duck.
It's a clothesline.
Why does that have rust on it? Oh, good looking at that thing back.
I don't know what that chain's for, but it's connected to some kind of mechanism at the bottom of the canal.
Wiggle. Wiggle. Tetanus. Tetanus.
It's a clothesline. It's a clothesline. It's a clothesline.
Not anymore, it's not. Huh.
Gross floating barrel. Unidentified thing.
Oh yeah, there's that ring.
That's Charlie's apartment. Nobody home.
That's Joe's apartment.
No. No. I don't think I'd appreciate the FUB barging in on me right now.
The FU Bureau.
Yeah, exactly. Oof, I gotta record my life again.
Tongue stick to the window pane. I think it's kind of the wrong temperature for that, April.
Okay, back.
As the cat wiggles back and forth.
Did your tongue stick to the window pane again, Fiona?
Please tell me last night was a dream, April.
I don't know what it was.
I wish there was an explanation. But both you and Mickey, we all saw the same thing, didn't we? Not a dream, not a hallucination, but what?
Weird things have been happening lately.
I have noticed. This isn't the first time.
What other weird things have happened lately?
Breakdown of the barrier between worlds.
Little things, like movement in the corner of your eye that's gone when you turn your head.
Oh, that
And
was all.
noises. The kind you're not supposed to hear in the city. Animal noises. Wild animals. And once, this was very early in the morning, mind, a few days ago, I looked down into the canal and saw what looked like an underwater city. As I looked at it, it dissolved into ripples of water. Scary. You're telling me, darling? I'm scared of cockroaches, for God's sake. What do you think this does to my nerves?
Have you seen Cortez today?
No, darling. I don't think he's around.
He coats them in a thin layer of wiggly insects.
Do you have any idea where Cortez is?
Sorry, he could be anywhere. Well, he does enjoy going uptown to watch old movies in some revival cinema, but where that is, I wouldn't know.
Who'd know?
Perhaps Zach. He is, after all, the self-appointed film expert around here. You should talk to him, darling.
Ugh.
Great. Zach. My very best friend in the whole wide world. Could you tell Cortez I'm looking for him?
Certainly, darling, if I happen to see him.
Thanks. I have to get going.
Take care of yourself out there, darling.
Can you use the lost and found slip on it or something?
That's what I was gonna do.
I saw this note on the corkboard. I think the ring might belong to me.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but could you describe the ring?
Sure thing. It says Sweet 16. My dad gave it to me. I think it was the only birthday of mine he remembered, or at least acknowledged.
Yes, that's the one. I found it under the sofa when I was vacuuming. Here you are, darling.
Thanks. It's not worth much, but it's got a certain sentimental value for me.
It's a very pretty ring.
Yeah, it is. My dad never gave me anything pretty before or since. He must have won a poker game or something that day. You know what's strange? I don't hate him. He's a bastard and he treated me like crap almost every single day of my life. But I don't hate him. I feel sorry for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't know how to love. He can't love anybody or anything. And because he'll be miserable every second of every minute of every day until the day he dies. God,
Pretty sad.
I'm glad that life is behind me. I hope I never have to see him again. No, that doesn't sound right. I've made a choice not to see him again. Ever.
Okay, well, I guess I gotta talk to Zach.
I never imagined I'd be doing this in a million years.
Well, well, what do you know? The princess comes knocking after all.
How's it doing, douche nozzle?
That voice is very familiar, but I can't quite place it.
Oh, yeah, I've heard it places. VAs
Yeah.
get reused on all the things.
Don't get your hopes up.
I think you're the one who's got her hopes up, babe. And you better hope I don't slam this door in your face.
Just do me one favor first, okay?
Well, give me a reason to, babe.
A reason? You want a reason? Okay. What about a date?
Yeah, good. Tonight.
Sure. Tonight. I'll meet you at the... pavilion, was it?
And, are you gonna put out?
What?
Whoa!
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna use my VIP passes and my pills, babe, I just gotta know if it'll be worth it or not. You on?
We'll see, Zach.
Yeah, just don't do a Houdini and vanish on me, babe. If you're a no-show and I wait around for you all night, I end up looking like an asshole. And that wouldn't make me
that's
very
not
happy.
necessary for that.
I'll be a good girl and show.
Smart. So, what do you want to know?
Where can I find a theater that shows old movies?
There are quite a few that do, but only one that runs optical stock. I figure that's the one you want, yeah?
Why?
Because that's where Cortez likes to hang out. And I'm guessing you're trying to hook up with him.
No. I just need to do some research for a painting.
Babe, I'm not a moron. I see you guys together. What are you, his lover? This shriveled old weirdos turn you on? What is it, his accent? His acute lack of fashion?
It's not what you think.
Whatever. Hey, like I give a shit? You're with me tonight. By tomorrow morning, I don't think you'll find that old creep so appealing anymore.
So, where's Cortez?
When he's not outside reading or whatever the hell he does, he's usually at the Mercury Theater. They show old movies on real celluloid stock through a projector, like in the fucking Middle Ages.
Oh, I did not
Where's this theater located?
realize that they dropped
I
F-bombs
don't
in
remember the
this.
street it's on. It's been ages since I was there last. But you'll find it if you head out the East Gateway from Metro Circle. It's close to the Radio Power building, and there are tons of adult stores in the area. Actually, if you're not too busy, you could pick up something for us to watch tonight. Something really filthy.
Really?
Zach, I don't think...
Hey, whatever. I was just kidding, yeah? Babe, you got a major bug up your ass. Get a fucking sense of humor, yeah?
Jeez.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the tip and the info.
Easy, Mr. Swearguy.
Just be at the pavilion by 10, okay? I don't like waiting around for babies like you. Got a million better things to do. And it wouldn't be a good idea for you to ditch me. Not a good idea at all.
Whoa. Whoa.
Asshole.
Big dukes. Big douche. Uh-oh.
Oh. Seems the clamp served a purpose after all. What a surprise.
Not really.
It won't budge. The pressure's probably too high. The water tank's full.
Probably should be. Yes, I made sure the man didn't release any pressure.
Dang. Okay, well, I thought I could make... Oh, cables.
The cable's been ripped in two. The cables are too far apart to tie them back together. Looks like a big piece of cable was torn off.
Splicer, no splicey. Well, that's where those rubber gloves come in handy. Otherwise, you probably get a non-standard game over of the electrocuted your dumb arse. Right. Cause of death, acute stupidity. You okay there, graphics? There we go. Surge!
Liquid dreams.
Would you
Sextasy.
believe this is the first thing I saw when I came to Newport?
Alien...
Big city? Gotta love it.
Alien calves. No. I can't tell what that says. Something bar. Moo.
Metro Circle, gloriously decadent. I hear Bingo's planning to buy the whole thing, convert it into a theme park or something. I'll believe it when I see it.
Bing, is that a Yahoo reference?
It might be.
It's a police officer. This is one of the smallest cross-level elevators I've seen. The big ones can carry up to 100 people at a time and they go way fast. I've never been inside one, of course.
Hold it! You're not taking this elevator.
Why?
Because you're not carrying proper identification. Didn't you know that's a corporate offense in Newport?
In Venice, you don't have to.
I see. Venice. I should have known. Step back or I'll be forced to take you down with extreme prejudice.
For a robot.
RoboCop.
How do I get permission to go through?
Only citizens of mid-level status or above are allowed to use these elevators. I guess you're new to this city, or you'd know that.
Yeah, fresh from the countryside.
You do look like a farm girl, it's true.
Hey, watch it! How do you get mid-level status?
Birth, money, marriage. Schmucks like you and me, miss. We're stuck here.
Speak for yourself, schmuck. What's up with the cops in this city?
I'm sorry?
I mean, when you arrest people, you read them their rights, and then you sell them products.
It's all part of the job, miss. The police department is a subdivision of the Bocamba Mercer Company and the Bingo Corporation. They pay our bills.
Doesn't that constitute a conflict of interest?
Not if we don't arrest any employees of either company.
That makes so not sense.
Does when you're faced with the prospect of getting the boot, miss. I have kids, and I'd like to see them through college.
Robot kids.
Thanks, officer.
We're here to protect, serve, and to inform you of the fantastic range of products offered by Bocamba Mercer and Bingo, manufacturers of the world's favorite soft drinks and handguns.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Great social commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well played, Raiders.
Popular place. Not my crowd, though.
Yeah, I wonder what that nice lady on the corner has to say.
This guy's the reason they invented the phrase, hitting the bottle. And he's hitting it hard. Well, at least he's not doing anything. I think he's selling something. Counterfeit. Triple strength raptures, probably. Highly addictive and guaranteed to blow your mind. Literally. It's a liquor store.
Top Gun.
Oh no.
It fires a surge of bullets.
Parking.
Oh, parking.
The Maltese Falcon.
Where we soar
Yeah.
on
I remember this one. It's a Disney cartoon with a falcon who, goes looking for a black cauldron. It's got singing mice in it, I think. I mean, don't they all? Casablanca. That's with John Wayne and Katharine Hepburn, I think. They play a married couple who adopt a baby leopard during World War II. It's a timeless classic.
Oh, how many movies was that?
I don't even remember the one with the leopard cub. I don't know what she's talking about.
That was Bringing Up Baby, which did star Katharine Hepburn, but not John Wayne. That was, why am I blanking on his name?
Bringing Up Baby featured a leopard cub?
Not a leopard cub, a full-grown leopard.
Okay.
Crap, I remember his real name, Archie Leach, but what was the name he used in movies?
Not a clue. Some Technology says.
I feel
saw
really
the
stupid.
world spinning. I saw the world spinning. The gun from the discs had to PM the event.
Cary Grant. That's it.
Ah.
It is a brilliant movie. Hilarious. My favorite moment is Cary Grant going, "Oh, I just went gay all of a sudden."
This guy looks like he works at the theater.
Wow, fat guy.
Excuse me.
Yes, Oh, geez. Hold on there 1 second, lady. Dang marquee, light up! Good. Now stay that way, you hear?
Do you work at the theater?
Yes, I'm Freddie. Freddie Mellon. My mama, Mrs. Dottie Mellon, she owns the theater. Yep, I reckon she does, She owns it, and she be running it by her own self like a real proprietor. I reckon I help out some, of course, yep.
And what do you do, sir?
I'm the usher. And I also takes care of sweeping and cleaning up after the show. My mama, Mrs. Dottie Mellon, she say she reckon I'm a regular jack of all trades. I'll tell you what, I think she's right about that,
Propane.
That's not where my brain went.
Well, the way he said what?
I reckon I like them French fried potatoes. Mm-hmm. Don't reckon I got no reason to kill nobody.
This guy is a terrible prestige.
Is the theater open now?
No, I reckon it ain't, lady. It don't open till this evening. Ain't nobody in there either. I reckon that wouldn't be legal.
Do you know a man called Cortez?
No, I can't say as I does, lady. Ain't never met him. Now, I reckon I'd like to get on with my sweeping,
But I'm supposed to meet him here. Are you sure you don't know him?
Look, lady, I reckon you should just mind your own bee's knees and get. I told you, I ain't seen Cortez today.
You said you didn't know Cortez.
I reckon I don't know nobody by that name, so I tell you what. I'd mighty appreciate it if you'd stop bothering me and let me get on with my work. Jesus, Mary, and baby Joseph, I reckon the whole dang world wants to find Cortez today.
Thanks, anyway.
Yes, I'll tell you what. You go on now, and let Freddie Mellon do his sweeping before his mama, Mrs. Dottie Mellon, get all pissed off.
No problem, buddy.
Women
Baby
in dire
Joseph.
need of medical attention. I thought that was a porno, but I guess it's just an artsy foreign flick. As long as they speak French, it can't be smut. A Welsh ghost story, written and directed by Ragnar Hornquist. I saw that. It's a classic.
Ragnar Tornquist,
I'm good.
the guy who wrote this game.
Oh,
The box office is closed.
What's with that burnt out?
Just
little
trash.
light post? Dig it trash. Trash. Dig it trash.
Lady, don't you keep playing with that thing now, you hear? Leave it be.
Ew, what's that goo?
Green ooze.
Clearly. No, don't touch it.
smells like kerosene.
Conspicuous guy.
That guy's so conspicuous, he's gotta be a cop on a stakeout assignment. Hi there, having fun?
Didn't your mother teach you not to talk to strangers?
Yeah, she did.
Then what are you doing here? Get lost.
Why are you dressed like a cop?
What do you mean, why am I dressed like a... Hey, wait a second, what's it to you?
Just trying to do my bit for the boys in blue, sir. You look like a cop, so if you're on a stakeout or something, you should try to blend in a little more. Go native!
Yeah, how?
I don't know, but that trench coat, it sort of gives it away. Perhaps a pair of blue jeans and one of those I'm with stupid t-shirts might help.
Hold on, let me get this down right. Hey, wait a second, what am I doing? Who the hell do you think you are?
Smarter than you,
Beauty
apparently.
fashion consultant?
Is that supposed to be funny, ma'am? Are you a comedian or something? Because I'm not laughing. I'm not even smiling, am I? Now get your ass out of here and don't bother me again.
Is that a threat?
Damn right it's a threat.
Okay, just gonna go and
It's a
check the
fuse
fuse
box. There's something wrong with the power in that box, and it looks like the theater marquee's connected to the same switch. It keeps flickering on and off.
Hey, keep your hands to yourself. That's city property, ma'am.
That door leads back into what looks like an alleyway behind the theater. It's locked.
I love
Berwyn Festival at the Mercury Theater. Opens August 1st, 2209. That's on Tuesday. Sounds interesting. Maybe I'll go.
Engaging in all sorts of suspicious-looking exploration should probably take place before talking to the plainclothes officer. Luckily, the game doesn't give a fish.
Nope.
No, Vince, there aren't any actual fish. I'm sorry. Hi.
Maybe I should work on my painting a little more.
Need model to pose nude for serious work. P.S. Only looking for young and beautiful. It used to be chicks, then he crossed it out and wrote women. That's smooth, man. Not today.
Not today. Sorry.
I'll just leave my brush and easel here before I go.
That's not how you spell easel.
Also, why would you be taking it with you?
Well, I picked it up and then I clicked on the thing to leave.
Oh.
Okay. So that's not how I progress.
Like people in the back. Bum around the cafe like a bum.
Bum 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 bum.
Look at that lamp.
Lamp.
Look at this lamp. Every time I see it, it gives me a cramp.
No.
I think the metal's just a little bit damp.
I'm glad you're here. I need somebody to talk to.
Yeah? Me too. What's going on?
Weird stuff has been happening to me.
Doesn't it always?
Not like this. I was convinced they were hallucinations, after effects of my dreams. But yesterday and last night?
Last night? That's incredible. Me too.
What happened?
You haven't heard anything about what happened to you last night?
No, tell me.
Around 11 last night, I was working the bar and, well, I couldn't see how it started, but the music suddenly changed, and the place went dead quiet. I walked over to the far end of the bar. Something, it wasn't human, definitely not like any human I've ever seen, just appeared out of the thin air where the jukebox is, playing an instrument. At first, it didn't seem to notice anyone. Everyone stood there watching it, dead silent. Then it looked up, and then it just disappeared. Everyone was staring at the jukebox, and then at each other. And then things just went back to normal. It was as if they all chose to block it out. It was scary, girl. I couldn't get the image of that creature out of my mind. And the look on its face. It was real, that's for sure. As real as you and me, but different. Now I want to hear your story, April. What happened?
This is gonna be hard to believe, but it's true, I swear to you.
Of course I'll believe you, girl.
Last night, I came home, and Mickey and Fiona were watching the screen, so I joined them. We watched a documentary about the rainforest, and...
What happened?
The room turned into a jungle.
Are you serious?
No, I'm lying to you. Of course I'm sure. I was there, Fiona was there, Mickey. We all saw the same thing, a jungle, but only for a split second. Then it was gone, just like that. And it wasn't like a hologram. It was more real than that. It smelled right. The air was thick and humid and it didn't feel synthetic like those shows they have. It felt real. The worst part was, it looked familiar. Like something from a dream. I recognized the place and I recognized the emotions I had being there.
From where?
Like I said, from dreams and from experiences I've had these past few days. Strange stuff, scary stuff, but I'd rather not talk about those experiences now.
Down to the very thoughts
I
he had
understand.
about it.
Wow. Heavy.
It's amazing how similar our stories are. And it scares me because have you considered the possibility you've been drugged, Charlie? Or subjected to some holographic experiment?
You prefer that to the alternatives?
That we're going crazy? Or that there's actually something going on? Something we can't understand. You think those alternatives are better?
I can't tell you, April. All I know is the experience was as real to me as yours was to you.
Gotta go find Cortez again.
Is this going to be a daily ritual with you guys?
I certainly hope not.
Oops.
It's a jukebox.
It's a jukebox.
Have some of that bread basket. I got bread.
It's a loaf of freshly baked bread from the cafe.
It's a loaf.
Talk too low.
I'm not particularly hungry.
Oh, that's eat.
Dad gave me this gold ring on my 16th birthday.
Ooh, that's what I can do.
Ooh, a piece of fire.
Ooh, a piece of fire.
Ooh, a piece of fire.
Ooh, piece of fire.
Wait, right in front of the car?
Uh-huh.
Is that wise?
Probably not. But you know what is wise?
Saving first?
Yeah,
Possibly when you
for
get
the
a little
first
closer to
time
where you're going to do it?
for the first time tonight saving. That's why I went ahead and did it, because okay, I'll light the fire, and then it's 11 o'clock, so after that, I will call it a night.
Don't you want to know why things keep catching fire?
It's these matches and the kerosene.
Marbury says, you were playing with fire.
There's a high voltage cable running parallel with the rail, and something's gotten stuck between them. It looks like a large iron key.
Oh, that's interesting. Sounds useful.
Yeah, but I don't think I can do anything with it yet.
They do have a big hole.
Yeah, but I would be reaching down pretty far.
It says burn.
Alright, inventory, matchbook, ooze. Oh, come on, seriously?
You have to like light a match first?
Well, I am disappointed. Maybe use them with myself first? No. Well, crap. I thought that was something, but apparently not.
Nope, no burning news, even though it smells like kerosene.
Oh, well. Save there and yeah. Did that actually save? Yes, it did. Okay. All right, that's the show for tonight. Thank you for watching, everybody. I won't be back on this Saturday, but I will be back next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern for Thursday Throne, where we'll be continuing this. And then the following Saturday, we will be continuing Overseer. So, yeah, I know at least one person was greatly looking forward to continuing that one. And, I mean, aside from me and Brendan and Mabry, because Tex Murphy. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Good night.
Good day.
That was not it.
And remember to properly maintain your assault faces.
No. There we go.
Of course, her childhood drawings are important.
Of course they are. And